So fair warning, prior to today, I had a sum total playtime in Steam on this game of 1 minute. Exactly 1 minute. I got into the game long enough to redeem the secret world rewards, and that was about it. I have watched other people play through it, and I have read, summaries of it. But I never really, whoa, Nightbot. I never really played it myself. Nightbot is new, so if Nightbot starts acting up a whole lot, I will have to, tweak it a bit. I have not done much with it. Which means it'll probably have like 6 or 7 different errors as the night goes on. But, okay, here we go. So this is the park. No, Pedro, this is not a DLC for TSW. This is a spin-off. The park was Funcom saying, let's play around with Unreal Engine 4. And someone said, well, what if we released it near Halloween one year for a small game. We'll get people to buy it by giving something in TSW as well. It related to that year's holiday mission, which is not actually in that in the game right now, which is kind of unfortunate because it was one of my favorites. It's an interesting game. A lot of people playing it in YouTube, like Markiplier, haven't played Secret World. So I'm hoping that by playing this and giving some context from the Secret World angle and all of you guys helping in the chat, we can put it all together and I can get a video put together of what it's actually going on here, because from an outsider's point of view, this is a really sad game about a woman with mental illness, and when you have the secret world element, you understand there's also an element of supernatural force, like, that's actually going on. It's not just her hallucinating, so it's weird. You can go either way on your interpretation. Yeah. So, let's dive in. I am not in a dark room. We manipulate Croc's audio and your sanity. Not any cause for alarm or psychiatry. Nice. Nice disclaimer, Funcom.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum. Stay in the car. Go and ask information.
All right. You're a weird child and I like your shirt. Why can't that have been the cosmetic? And, I have done something. Okay. For a second there, that was weird. My, thing wouldn't let me look left and right.
Attention, patrons. The park is now closed. Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience. Employees prepare the park for shutdown.
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world.
Atlantic Island Park, a tribute to the untamed heart of Solomon Island and the people who use their talents to bring the dream of Nathaniel Winter to life. May this park be a place where joy and laughter are gathered and used to infect all of those who follow after. Dedicated this first day of May, 1977, James B. Longley. I see the rainbow and all I can think of is Fear Nothing. Like, I know that's not what it is.
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath. Think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
Wait for Mommy, Callum!
Come on, Mommy.
I'm gonna get all the achievements doing this because I've never done this before. Nathaniel Winter welcomes you to Atlantic Island Park. He looks so cheerful. Can we parkour the rocks?
Wait up there for Mommy, Callum! There's
way,
something
Mommy.
special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention employees, the park is now closed. Have a safe journey home.
That doesn't look safe. Excuse me, sir, you've got a smoke detector, oh. That, excuse me, sir. Seem to have a lights issue. I can turn up the game volume, yeah.
Oh God. Park. What happened here?
Give me a second to up the volume. I turned it down because it was loud in my ears. All right. Yes, because I want to be able to run.
Wait for Mommy!
Callum! I can't too catchy, you little brat. Just you wait. I heard you. I heard things. That looks like such a lovely... Oh. Are those butterflies or birds? What's in here? I apparently can't go in there yet. Alright. Oh, you missed the map. Ha ha ha. Carrie Killian is Satan's whore. Well, that's interesting. So there is an Octatron, a Tunnel of Tales, a House of Horrors, a Sideshow Alley, a roller coaster, and some bumper cars. Yeah, this is, you know, standard fare. It's not the exact layout of the park in Secret World because it wouldn't really map out right, but slow myself down. Oddly enough, the sprint is actually a toggle. Oh, whew, that freaked me out for a hot sec.
I think this belongs to Callum.
You don't recognize your own son's shoe? Lorraine. Who died in the Black House? Actually, that might be Carrie Killian. If anyone wants to quickly fact check. That sounds about right.
Chad the Chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit.
Chad the Chipmunk welcomes you to Atlantic Island Park. Chad can be seen in daily ice sculpting shows in the following locations: Sideshow Alley, Octron, and Park Entrance. Chad the Chipmunk works in class. Chad can't even seem to pass. Chad gets angry, likes to fight. Chad is beaten every night. Chad will have a dead-end job. Chad will die a useless slob. You're such a nice guy, Chad. Oh, cool. Thank you, Pa, for looking that up. So yeah, turns out that Carrie Killian is the one who died in the Black House. I need to use the room.
I wonder what this is.
Alright, so this is a page from Nathaniel Winter's journal. Purchased the land on Solomon Island for a pittance, I might add. Whatever old Archie Henderson did to the locals, just the mention of his name had people slamming doors and locking shutters from the moment I arrived on the island. My lawyers had arranged everything in advance, but the realtor still had to come and deliver the keys to me personally. He took it upon himself to offer me another warning. I don't know what you're planning to do with this land, Mr. Winter, but the soil here is bitter with a curse carried from the old country. Old man Henderson, he did terrible, dark things. The land remembers, sir. I dismissed him shortly afterwards, mostly amused by his pathetic attempts at warning me off. I have a great vision for this place, and the will to see that vision through to the very end. Atlantic Island Park, the name is perfect, and I cannot imagine it being anything else. This is the start of something amazing. So, first lore background. Henderson, the old country is Ireland. He was a kid who turned out to be quite proficient in black magic. The Illuminati, gosh darn them, decided, let's pick up this kid who's really good with dark magic and bring him to the States. He turned out to, take on a whole bunch of monsters single-handedly. Eventually kind of retired to Solomon Island, had a wife, kids. One of his kids died, which caused his wife to commit suicide. He suddenly became super protective of his kids and very upset with the Wabanaki for not helping his wife when she was trying to look to them for help after the death of her son. So that's why, the Scarecrows are here, the Revenants are here on Solomon Island. They're all Henderson's fault. Also related, the ARG for Secret World Legends talked about his daughter Samantha, who was his last living daughter up until the whole Jack Pumpkin thing. She was the last one, and that is part of the ARG. Ties into Henderson's story as well. So we actually know quite a bit about Henderson by piecing together all of the missions in Solomon Island and such. And then Winter came along and decided, I'm gonna, buy up the land that is supposedly cursed. I think if I move the right way. I think there was a spot Chad thing here. You can hear footsteps. It's very creepy. Yep. I know you're there.
Wait for Mommy!
Callum.
Callum, stay where you are!
He went in the tunnel. This looks really relaxing. Just a nice little river cruise to the Tunnel of Tales. Alright, we'll find our kid in here. You know, get on a fixed speed ride with him in a fixed speed boat, and we'll totally catch up to him. Lorraine's not exactly the brightest bulb in the galaxy.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to bite or sup. What will become of us? The woodcutter asked his wife one night. I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there.
Don't do that.
No, my wife, I cannot do that, said the man. Then we will all 4 starve, you fool.
Parents of the Year.
Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep.
I'm just waiting. I know Chad's
"Do
in
not
here
fret,
somewhere.
Gretel," Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets.
Our kid is in me and Lorraine. I mean, I'm not blaming you guys for my poor decisions. Not all the time.
The next morning, the woodcutter leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day.
Ooh, hey.
Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind them. As
I
they
know
pass
you're
through
there.
the woods. When their father leaves,
Hi, Chad.
the children wait a while, then follow the trail back to their parents'
I
house.
want to turn around more.
After receiving a thorough scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper. Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself, the wife told the woodcutter.
Mother of the Year.
In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again.
Oh, please don't. What are you doing?
Hansel broke his bread into
What is haunting me that I'm doing that?
them safely home, but hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed. Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days. The children stumbled into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls.
Don't eat candy when you don't know where it's been.
Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling at my house? An old woman emerged from the house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you. But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you.
I'm still paranoid Chad's gonna appear again.
Them 2 enormous lollipops. The children took them and began to eat.
Lollipops aren't filling.
Nothing to fear here. Come inside.
Like seriously, lollipops are the worst candy to hand you.
Still licking their sweets, followed.
Hi, can I not?
The old woman changed. She stuffed Hansel into a cage
I didn't notice I could look at the
and
water.
put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. Your brother will make a good mouthful, the old witch told Gretel. Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him.
Pedro, that's solidly the Loomies. Dragons don't need a black
Time
market.
passed, and poor Hansel refused to eat, fearing the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven. But Gretel pretended not to understand. I do not know how. Where is the opening? Fool, the old witch said. The opening is here. And she moved to show Gretel.
Oh good, we're almost
Seizing
done.
her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked.
Fair.
And then, because even children can't survive on sweets, they divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.
Good moral to the story. Very good moral. You can't live on sweets alone, guys. So resort to cannibalism. Well, that was relaxing. Good time. Well, hello there. That's just cheery. Oh my gosh, they would be Wendigos. Oh my gosh. I hadn't even thought of that. By the way, why is it always a full moon? Like, it could be another moon. Swans, gingerbread, and chocolates. Nice. Is there anything around this way?
Hansel and Gretel. I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those poor children. The whole world against them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents. I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy, looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws.
Great job treating your kid like a sibling. It's really pretty. I'm just gonna screenshot that because, you know, as you do. I admit I'm a screenshot hoarder. This is a really nice game for it. When there's, you know, blood everywhere. Oh, nice.
Another accident. This place.
Accident?
Callum! Where did you go?
Oh, nice. Okay. There's your teddy, Callum. It's just, you know, pinned to the seat by a spike, apparently. Alright. Oh, I know. If the park looked like this, would be great. Alright, so despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be opening on time. The governor is booked to cut the ribbon, so the only real question is whether we will have any customers. I'm not truly worried. The customers will come out of simple curiosity. I deduced what was needed from the banned writings of Archie Henderson. It's astonishing to think that a resonance of positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process Henderson himself chose to use negative. Or Henderson himself chose to use negative. I can't see the punctuation. And that caused some of the taint that still lingers in this place. I will not make his mistakes. Very soon, I will know if this has all been for nothing. So Henderson, when his wife passed away and he was trying to keep his children safe, kind of turned to necromancy, as you do. He wasn't very successful on it on humans, but I think this is referring to the fact that he tried to use negative emotions, which there probably would have been an abundance of, because when you are, terrorizing the locals with skeletons and revenants and such, you're probably gonna have a lot of negative emotions around. He used that to try to fuel his necromancy, I think. That's a giant asterisk, but it is important to note that this guy is, I'm forgetting his name, Winter, yes. Winter is using positive emotions. He's trying to collect positive emotions for a similar effect. So, and the theory is that some of the dark energy from Henderson's, amplifying negative emotions or trying to collect them is part of why this place is so cursed. I hear you.
Callum, come back here right now.
Where are you at? You can kind of hear something through the speakers. Hi, E. All right. I don't want to sprint because I don't want to miss anything. Oh man, it's so pretty, guys. On that Ferris wheel. I almost went southern for a half a sec there. So pretty. Though, for a theme park, this is not very well laid out. Thank you for hosting, E. Hey, Nightbot. Thank you for doing your job. Good to know you're actually working now. It's what I pay you for. Except I don't pay you anything.
This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy.
Examine report.
The guy just snapped. Those poor kids.
Sheriff F. Bannerman. I'm not sure if it's the same Sheriff Bannerman, because this was long ago, but if anyone remembers Sheriff Bannerman's first name, this one's Sheriff F. Bannerman. Witness name, Norma Creed. We know that name. Statement. We were waiting for our turn on the ride, Frank, me, and the boys. This fellow in the chipmunk suit is making ice carving while people took photographs. Lawrence wanted to go over to him, but I've always been a bit wary of those suits. They give me the creeps. It's silly, I know. Anyway, the chipmunk man, he was carving and picking away at the ice, and at first we thought he was making some animal, like a tiger or a lion, but as more and more ice fell away, when he first looked, it was like a human face smiling out of that block of ice. But the more you looked at it, the more you saw there was something not quite right about the proportions, something unnatural that made your heart begin to beat just a bit faster, like you were prey, and that thing in the ice was a hunter. But then the teenagers walked up and one of them made a face at the carving and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit, and then, well, he went berserk. For a few moments it was chaos. Everybody was running away from the guy who had one of the teenagers on the ground, and he was stabbing with the ice pick, and blood was spraying, and people were screaming, and Frank and I had the kids, and we were dragging them away as fast as we could. And the last thing I saw before Frank dragged me away was that the eyeball of one of those poor kids had landed on the ice sculpture, making the horrible creature look more or less alive. Cheery. Oh, so E says it's her dad. Cool. So, which makes sense, because I don't think Norma, Bannerman and Norma are two very different ages. So, I don't think there's anything else around the whole thing. At least not yet. I just kind of want to look. Because no one ever checks the whole thing. Helen there had kids. Or no, oh, Helen Bannerman. Norma Creed had kids, so she was, young with kids. So yeah, Helen Bannerman would have been probably. Oh,
I remember this.
you make the best photo faces, both of you. Hey, look at this. That looks familiar. I feel like I know that guy. Okay, well, let's go check out. I'm not gonna mess with the speed settings.
I can't get on while it's moving.
Okay, fine, shush up. Checking my reflection in the glass. The music's getting eerie, and why do these things have eyes? That's just weird. Yeah, he does owe you a monocle. Wee. Oh, hey dude in the control booth. I guess he's the one, upping our speed, because someone has to be. This is getting trippy. I think I got a migraine, guys. Oh, hey, dude. Nice of you to show up. Oh, why'd you shut down the ride? Probably because my mental health throbby meter was off the charts. See, Lorraine, there's no one there. You're perfectly fine.
Hello?
This way, Mommy.
Oh, that's really descriptive. Which way is this way? I think it's this way.
Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. And they shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single traitorous thought.
Oh, hey, look. Faulty wiring. No, was there something in there? Oh, hey, there's like a doll in the back. I thought working in the park for a summer would be a lot of fun, but the end of season here really drags. There aren't that many tourists around, and so most of our staff spends their days standing around gossiping. And most of that gossip is about Chad. I mean Steve. See? Even I am starting to call him Chad, and I went to school with the guy. It's that goddamn suit. In the beginning it was a laugh. Steve, the local lush, as Chad the chipmunk. Child-friendly mascot at Atlantic Island Park. Lock up your daughters and all that. But the more he wears that suit, the weirder Steve is getting. At first it was little things, like refusing to change out of the suit at work. and taking it home with him every day. But then I saw him at Susie's diner still wearing it, and it wasn't even a work day. Some of the staff complained, discreetly, to park management about the smell, and I saw him walking and talking with Mr. Winter, the owner, one day. But nothing seems to have changed. The suit still smells like a carcass whenever Steve walks by. And apparently Steve has picked up some new skills since last time I saw him puking up in a gutter outside the psych whale station, because he sure as hell can carve a mean ice sculpture. Heh, psych whale. Those shapes he makes in the ice, though, they give me the creeps. Steve came by the booth today, lucky me, and he just hung around for a while. I couldn't really tell because of the suit, but it seemed like he was just staring at me, sizing me up, eye-fucking me, whatever he was doing. I asked him what he wanted, and he just stood there, not saying anything. Eventually, I called my supervisor, and when he came by, Steve wandered off. My supervisor told me to put everything in writing, so here it is. Also, I quit. I don't want to see that chipmunk suit ever again. Laura Henman. So, nice paw. So it's important to note that Steve kind of went crazy in the suit. One theory is that because Winter was actually sucking up all the happiness in his little energy collection thing, yeah, it kind of made everybody go a little insane. Counterintuitive. You would think that would be really bad business for a theme park to suck all the happiness out. Ironically, if that is the case and that is how it was playing out, that means Henderson sucking up all the bad energy meant that while he was trying to curse the island, he was actually probably causing some amount of happiness. I'm pretty sure Steve was still alive during that time, Paul. I'm not sure. Anywho. Hi. This is not a parking garage. Why are you there? I know it's not the same thing that's in the parking garages, but it does remind me of that. I know, E. I just wasn't going to say anything. And I will say that it reminds me in part of the parking garage in Kaiden, because that's an Asian gate there. So, if it's one of those creepy parking garage kids, there's some weird tie. Anyway, let us continue on our merry way. Oh boy. Everybody's favorite bumper cars.
Constant crashes and 80s music. Guess it floats someone's boat.
I'm really nervous about going in places. Oh, this is gonna be great, right? Yeah, let's look at this sparking thing. Oh boy. Well, that's cheerful. Anything over here? Because, like, I'm not sure I want to go out there if that's, what we see in there. I would say there's more likely of a chance that this is the alternate Atlantic Island theme park that you get pulled to in Secret World Legends, when you're fighting the boogeyman. I also believe that there is probably some amount of distortion when the park closes at night, caused by the lingering energy of Henderson's thing and Winter's attempts to replicate it. We're gonna go towards this booth first, see if there's anything over here. I don't think it's induced by the bees, because spoilers, that's at the inn. This isn't happening there yet. Okay. Where's the thing that's gonna make my life miserable? Usually it would be in the center, but there's like a car or two here, so... I don't feel like we're getting quite the same... Yeah, we're gonna have like a lovely little theory talk probably at the end. Living up to the channel name. Well, I wonder if the one with the lights on is the one that we're supposed to go to. Alright. Francis Dufresne. Do we know that name? I don't remember. Laborers working on crane. Richard Stapleton. Witnesses Lawrence Creed. Know that name. Michael Edgeworth. During the transport of the bumper cars... don't do that. Oh, right, yeah, Danny's relatives. Okay, cool. So during the transport of the bumper cars into the arena, one of the straps attaching the load to the truck came untied, causing a cascade of bumper cars into Francis, who was standing directing the driver. Francis was crushed by the weight of the cars. Sorry, Danny. Injuries caused. Francis was killed. Did the injured employee see a doctor? Yes. If yes, did you file the employer's portion of workers' compensation form? Yes. Supervisor's comments. Dexter, the truck driver, claims to have seen someone on the back of the load undoing the straps. No one else reported seeing that. Sheriff has requested that Dexter provide them with urine samples. What could have been done to prevent this accident injury? Double-checking the straps after transit should be mandatory, and drug screenings for all the drivers. Have unsafe conditions been corrected? No. Additional notes. Local laborers are very superstitious, and this hasn't helped. Some of them are refusing to work until we have someone from the local church walk the park and exorcise the spirits. It might be his grandpa. Not entirely sure. Oh boy. Oh boy. You gonna hit me?
Hit me!
Welp. Lorraine, calm yourself. That's the way up the stairs. Was there anything else over here? There's a way to the roller coaster. Kind of curious what that is. Music. I want to see what this is, and then we'll go back. Ooh, there's a page. Dissuade them. They have sent an inspector to investigate the accidents at the park. I've given him the grand tour and spoken about all of our safety upgrades, but he seems unconvinced. In this case, the park itself is working against me. This dour man has become more and more intractable the more time he spends in the park. I've offered to pay for a stay in the Overlook Hotel to get him out of here. It seems to have made him even more paranoid. I don't think this man is going to allow my park to stay open. This is a disaster for my ultimate goals. Yeah, putting him in the Overlook Hotel, which is a hell portal, was probably not the best plan. So this is the way down. I don't think we're gonna go there yet. I think we're gonna go up the way with the flashing lights, because I think that's where the game wants you to go next. I just wanted to check on that. Because if spooky ghosts send creepy cars barreling into things to point things out to you, you probably want to go that way.
Where are you, Callum?
There is a weird creaky noise up here.
It's a matter
Or
of public
crying?
record that I am a failure as a mother. Once, when Callum was very small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand. Don't even remember what it was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met. I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just gets some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, yes, Sheriff.
So apparently Helen Bannerman had something happen related to what Lorraine had happened with kids or a dead spouse. I don't remember what it is, but that is definitely interesting to note. That's just cool. As a father of daughters, yeah, let's not even go there. Continually delayed by the incompetence of the builders. The problem is that they are local, so they believe a lot of rumors about what Older Man Henderson used to do here. They grew up on those tales. Every time a bolt comes loose or a wrench grows missing, those fools are crossing themselves against the black magic. Of course, that is why I chose this site over all of the other potentials. Solomon Island is a nexus for dark energies, and the thought of all that power just dissipating beneath the earth here, it makes my skin crawl. I called in a few favors back in Brooklyn, and got someone at the local academy to see if they had any interesting books on local history. Turns out they do, and it turns out that Old Man Henderson had some pretty strong connections to the Brooklyn crowd. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find the piece of the plans that I am missing. I'm guessing the Brooklyn crowd was the Illuminati. Just a guess. Darn Illuminati stick their fingers in everything and ruin it all. No offense to any Illuminati in the audience. This is gonna go so well, I'm sure. Anything down here? Just another door. This is gonna go well. Yeah, let's go on the Ferris wheel, guys. This is gonna be so... Fling yourself into space. Yes. I'm waiting. He's gonna be in the control room. Nice, Yumi.
People come into your life for a reason. Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank. Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale. I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed. But I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Dawn and I moved in together, but then, well, he died. According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Dawn was there one moment, and then gone. Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over.
You have lovely ripped jeans, my friend. Alright, now we're gonna see him. Hey, buddy. Alright. Having a lovely time. So, left or right? Let's go look at the map. I need to go to the roller coaster. So, this way.
Callum! Tell Mommy where you are!
I'm a bad mother. I'm very infrequently calling for Callum. It's now baby calls. Fearless wheel? Look, Pedro, the game honestly won't let you progress unless you ride all the rides. I know that much. Was this not the way I was supposed to go? Oh no, it's over there, I think. I think. Oh, no, never mind. Guess what? Bridge is out. Well, that explains what happens if you go that way. I would love some lore, you know? Just a giant yellow honeycomb. You know, I haven't mentioned it yet, but I, yeah, screw this, kid's my vacation now. I bought some gelatin, and I've got a whole bunch of different honeys around my house. I'm going to try to dilute the honey and use it with the gelatin to try to make honey-flavored gelatin, and if it works, I might make some gummy lure things. We're gonna see how it goes. That's probably gonna be beta tested at my Halloween party this weekend. Okay. What is that? That looks like one of those. Okay, first of all, that thing's stopped now, which is weird. Also, what is this? Yes, all of you who come over to my place are invited to come to my Halloween party this weekend. Good luck getting here. What? Hi, creepy doll. Do you walk into empty? Ah. Or do you roll into empty? 'Cause dang, doll. Oh. Oh, please do mail yourself to my address.
A lot of people idolize their children. You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, their fucking voices make me want to vomit. My angel likes to read, and little Johnny is so good on the piano. Fuck those people! You give up 9 months of your life carrying them, you traumatize yourself giving birth to them, and then you spend the rest of your life as their slave. Wiping asses, mopping up piss, feeding them. Little life-sucking monsters who take and take and take until... we all go insane. Any parent who pretends otherwise is just dishonest. That's called choice supportive bias. I am honest. Callum really grinds my gears, and he owes me everything. Everything. It'd serve the little fuck right if I just abandoned him.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, don't get yourself into a parenthood situation unless you can handle it. Yeah, honestly, that "fuck those people" line was one of her better lines in this whole game. Let's go on a roller coaster, guys. Based off Secret World, I don't know what could possibly go wrong here.
Always wanted to ride this one. Never got around to do it before.
Well, now you're gonna get a chance, Lorraine. Lorraine got therapy. Electroshock therapy. Pedro, good luck. A TARDIS and a condom is probably the best way to fix this game that I've heard. Let's get on a roller coaster.
What do you want?
We need to talk about Callum.
What do you mean?
Who?
What have you done to him?
Where?
That's insulting. You
Oh.
and your boy are everything that this place doesn't want. The antithesis of what we stand for.
Where is Callum?
The poor child. He tried so hard to do what he was taught. He even left you a trail of breadcrumbs. But the park is just so hungry.
Tell me where my son is.
Witch has him now. Has both of you. No happy ending here, I'm afraid.
Just leave me alone.
Fool. You always were.
Hey, he's gone. Wah! Yes. Great. Seizure warning. Sorry, it's very hard to aim it at this text on the door to see what it says. Something about tasting your dreams, I think. Whoa. Yeah, E, forward keeps changing. Ah. Now I have a mild headache. Nice job, game. Thanks. Yes, rip Callum.
Callum? Callum!
It works. The calculations and adjustments worked. The transport and storage mechanisms seemed to be flawless. What a wonderful day. If only these people knew what they were fueling. And so what if a few people leave the park at the end of the day feeling dour? So what if the children are more scared than excited on a roller coaster? This could be the doorway to immortality, and such doorways only open to those who have the will to find the key. Do not suck the happiness out of people in your amusement park. It sounds like a really, really bad business model. It leaves only the crazy people enjoying your park because they were really upset to begin with. Pa, I will see if I can accommodate that. Evil people journaling is one step from evil people monologuing, and it's kind of funny.
The witch awaits.
Oh, nice. Nice touch. Seriously, that noise. Let us find our way out of here.
Callum has bruises on his arms, finger marks. Someone has been hurting him. I've asked him, demanded really, to know where he got the marks. But he doesn't want to answer me. Something has scared him into silence. He doesn't dare talk.
Oh, Lorraine.
He's been changing too. Something sinister lurks in the darkness behind his eyes. I catch him staring at me at odd moments. In the night, he tosses and turns and cries out words that I cannot understand. When I try to soothe him, he snaps and bites at my fingers. I think he wants to talk to me. I think he wants to tell me. But they are watching him every minute of every day. They are whispering to him in his sleep, changing him. They are taking my baby away from me.
That's the way that got blocked.
There will be pain. But I love him, and in the end, he will understand why.
Oh, Lorraine.
I can help you, Callum.
Don't let him take me.
Well, that's a creepy thing to say. I can help you. Filth. Don't blame the filth. Lorraine is just vaguely insane, and the supernatural forces pre-existing on this island are taking advantage of her mental state. That's my hypothesis in a nutshell. Oh boy. So we're looking for the one with the glass shattered on the ground, right? Right? Cheers.
This isn't a game, Callum!
Ooh.
Keep them away from me.
Read the newspaper.
The whole town was shocked by that one. Never found out who did it.
Cotton candy corpse leaves sour taste in park goers' mouths. Yes, how Laurel. Yesterday evening, visitors to Atlantic Island Park were shocked and horrified by the discovery of a dismembered corpse behind the cotton candy stand. According to local authorities, the corpse has yet to be identified. However, they have confirmed that the remains appear to be those of a child. The corpse was discovered by a group of teenagers from Innsmouth Academy who noticed a pair of ravens tugging at something just out of sight behind the shack. Nathaniel Winter, the owner of Atlantic Island Park, has released the following statement. It is a true tragedy when something like this occurs, especially in a place that was designed to bring forth happiness and joy. And suck it right up. The staff of Atlantic Island Park offer their condolences to the family and friends of the victim and will cooperate fully with authorities to help bring this case to rest. The Solomon Island Chronicle will provide daily updates on this story going forward. Wrong button. Well, I should probably, there is no save. Never mind. I'm doomed.
Callum, where are you?
What are you scared of?
I don't know if I'm supposed to go left or right. Whack-a-jack. That's also closed. That's the cotton candy stand. What is... Hi, you. Okay. Who wants to see what's hiding behind the cotton candy stand, guys? This sounds like the best plan ever. The syrup? Oh. Oh. That seemed obvious. Giggling children, best sign ever. Let's go. That's decidedly not your son.
Poor bastard. Who did this to him?
You gonna let me move? You gonna make me stare at that some more? Creepy thing. Can I move around you? Nope. Whoa! Did not expect that one. I'm with you, Lorraine.
Come back! Don't much put me in the oven.
I won't. There was something... Not yet. I think it was here. Yep. Oh boy, doing drugs.
These are mine.
Yeah, E, I know where things are. Oh boy. There's a thing there. Don't believe anything they tell you. Fear the boogeyman. Stop picking your nose then. Nice. S. Destroy reality. Fuck gravity. Something about the daughter is hot. Not safe. Nice. Okay. Way to be trippy as heck. No, I want to go back and look at a thing. Hi, teddy bears. Because I believe if you look at the article again, it changes. Oh, hey, Callum. Yes, future times. This one's fun. By Laurel and Howdy. Belly button is the signature of your personal creator. I believe her name was Mama. Every 17th child is a magnet for sinfulness, made omniscient by broken fires in the coastal strain. We don't believe that the earth belongs to battered goats and shamrock afterbirth. Only the truly naked friends of righteous indignation are severed by war-crossed cleavages in trust exercise arrhythma. Beaumont will come to the island bearing the talisman, and he will shatter the seals that bind the orthodoxy of corruption. Only then will priests shoot, slugs reveal, housewives pontificate, and delayed messiahs make axles for the rescue of Tango and Cash. Sweet the temptress who shifts the grip, twists the shaft, scones with the third age tire into fourth age darkness, while gods lie writhing on the shattered face of the earth. Gaia has sweetness and grace, but her days are numbered, and heavy-flatted hives break before frozen wills and cellugraphic actresses in pencil and paper pornography. The all-seeing eye will provide decade-long updates on the story going forward. Sluts reveal. Okay, yeah, I misread that. Anyway, cheers. There's Secret World in a bit of a nutshell. I just like Tango and Cash being mentioned. Yeah, that's like really trippy.
Callum, I'm sorry.
Ah,
Follow the breadcrumbs.
I'm working on it. Oh boy. Now we have no idea how long our son's been missing. Cheers.
Where did you go? The park is a collage of contradictions all of its own. Millions of people die every year in car crashes.
Oh boy.
And the park has little cars designed specifically to simulate that action. Hear the children scream with joy. In the sideshow alley, you can walk away with 15 cents worth of mass-produced Chinese teddy bears, while a grinning carny pockets your hard-earned $5. And what secrets lie beneath the sullen waters of the lake? The tears of jilted lovers, the soiled condoms of illicit affairs, the clotted blood of the lonely suicide. And the face of the witch looms over it all. I've always despised her toothy grin and warty nose. I hate that sparkle in her weathered, watchful eyes. I think Callum is waiting for me. Inside.
Just pointing out, she does know what a condom is. Just saying, she could have avoided this. Also, the exit was right there. I so wanted to just go to the exit. Oh boy. Shall we, everyone? Pedro, how dare you be less than optimistic about our son?
I'm not playing anymore, Callum!
Pretty sure he's just fine. Here we go. Into the witch. All right. Don't mind me as I try to make sure I hit everything. This is a very narrow light. Hi, Chad. Oh, Paige. Done. Atlantic Island Park has closed its gates. A jeering throng of townsfolk gathered as we hung the heavy iron padlock on the gates. Nice noises. Small-minded fools scared of what they don't understand. My machines lie silent and dejected, but I am not beaten. I have sent my wife and son back to Boston, and I have retreated here to the House of Horrors. I must think. You must think, eh? How about you think about, like, not being a weirdo? Convenient that we can't see our full reflection because of the light. Oh boy. Oh. I did not expect that one. I like anthropomorphized raccoon decor. Pretty sure it's a squirrel though, or a chipmunk, sorry. Okay. Let's not do jump scares, guys. Hi, Chad. Oh! That was a jump scare I was not expecting. Hi, evil naked mole rat. I play this game for you guys because, like, I want to show you guys the game. But at the same time, oh shit. Bitch, where you at? TLDR, I don't like this sort of games. I don't see him. You would have to be like right there. Also, check your feet move strangely. Okay, let's go slug him over the head with a flashlight, right? So this works. Oh, whew, that was just me. Ha ha ha. Hey, that looks promising. Do I go around? Or through the door? Why do I do this? Hello? Yeah, I know I'm supposed to go through the door. I'm just like trying to figure out if there's anything that people miss by going through the rest, which is really not good for my mental health. I feel like I'm going around in circles, to be honest. That is where he would be standing. Whoa! Okay, cheers game. Was not expecting that one. Oh. Yeah, pages. I want to get all the pages. Incidents, and I cannot dismiss them as random chance. The park works, but something is interfering with the intended function, and it's as though the very air in this place is corrupting the power even as I collect it. A few casualties here and there are acceptable, but when employees go on stabbing rampages, it draws attention. I'd rather not have the boys in blue, either kind, investigating this place too closely. It's a shame about Steve. I rather liked him. So yeah, first of all, proof that he knew about the Illuminati. Second of all, proof that the Henderson curse is interfering with the Winter curse and creating a lovely dynamic of fear and hatred. Okay, I'll just check around this corner because I don't want to miss anything. That's a new one. I heard a door. Oh, hello. No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, boy. Shall we? Oh, I know where we are. Night Switch. Nightmare Circus by Funcom. A circus burns to the ground on opening night, killing dozens. The owner is put to death by an enraged mob of townsfolk. Just as he shouts out a curse, Just as he shouts out a curse, now Raven, a dark-souled wanderer, comes to the ruins at dusk in search of his missing mother. Let the show begin. So that's very understandable in a sense. Kind of ties into the themes.
After they let me out,
Fair.
they brought Callum back and sent me home with a handful of breadcrumbs. Home, bittersweet home. I barely recognized it. Where there had been color and light, there were shadows and regrets. Where there had been warmth, there was a bone-deep coldness that never went away. I tried my hardest to keep the ghosts at bay. Don, watching from the dusty corners while I tried to teach his son to read. My father, coldly assessing me and finding me lacking. I devoted myself to Callum, did the things that they told me. It will get better, they said. Every day will be a little better than the last. I'm in the woods now, lost and afraid. Things never got any better.
Pedro, this takes place before Secret World Legends, so I don't think Emma is really around. Disconnect notice. After multiple attempts to collect payment, we regret to inform you that your service has been disconnected or will be disconnected shortly. Please do the following. Make a payment listed on your last bill, contact us, and we can arrange payment plan. If you believe that this is an error, call us. If you're unable to make payment, please contact your local welfare office to discuss a placement for you and your loved ones. Winter in Maine is cold and brutal. Don't face it without electricity. Not what I wanted to hit. Okay. Hunger, the true story of the Donners. On April, I can't get these books to turn properly, so I'm like tilting my head. It's lovely. Also, yes, there is the teddy bear. It's great. On April 16th, 1846, a group of covered wagons began the 2,500-mile journey to California. Just 8 months later, they found themselves stranded in the Sierra Nevada mountains with very little to bite or sup. That sounds familiar. It was to become one of the greatest tragedies of westward migration that the world had ever seen. Now our panel of Donner experts have uncovered compelling evidence that the families were forced to resort to cannibalism in order to survive that terrible winter. In this never-before-seen expose, read about how the Donner children were forced to eat their brothers and sisters in order to survive, all here in the pages of this shockingly true story. By Famine Press. That's on the nose. Okay. Rubik's Cube. I love you. From Callum. The Wilting. Oh gosh, go with the right. Close enough. In this novel, Susan Anscombe cements her place as one of the most important science fiction writers of a generation. The Wilting. A solar flare has struck the Earth. Millions of people are uprooted from their homes. A young meteorologist searches desperately for a way to stop global overheating. An exotic dancer named Chance O'Hara is the key to saving the world. Again. Dynamic, exciting, bombastic, everything we've come to expect from an Anscombe novel. Chance O'Hara is back, and you'd better believe that she is bigger, better, and bolder than ever. I promise there's a reason for me reading those. Milk, cheese, bread, butter, corn, potatoes, apples, fish sticks. Remember, drop off Callum, electricity bill, fix faucet. What is wrong with the faucet? Okay. It's just running. That would be a problem. Anything in here? Some chicken. A wine bottle. A couple fruits and veggies. well-balanced meal there. Miss Mallard. Okay, anyway, we agreed in our meeting today, we consider you fully recovered from your illness. This letter is an official notification that you are considered sound of mind and body and may return to work at any time. Please note that you should discontinue any medication that you have been using and dispose of any remaining medicines. If you feel at any time that you are suffering a relapse, please make contact with your local physician immediately. We wish you continued good health. Dr. Spencer. Give me a second, there's something in my eye. Whew. Alright. Lorraine, I received your letter and I'm quite surprised. You ran off with your father all those years ago, then disappeared off the edge of the map, and then, when I finally tracked you down, refused to answer any of my letters. And now you write to me asking for help. I have another family now, and another life. Your father was a horrible man, and I regretted the years that I wasted with him. I loved you, I truly did, but every year you grew more and more like him. You were his girl, never really mine. Still, I would have fought for custody if you hadn't run away with him. It broke my heart, but I needed to go on living. I can't let you back into my life without picking open old wounds. I'm sorry, Lorraine, I just can't do it. Maybe one day it'll be easier and I can meet Callum, but not yet. I'm not ready to forgive you. Please don't contact me again, Karen. Sucky mother. Looks like Callum at school. So Lorraine comes from a long line of good family decisions. Depression. Lorraine seems to be suffering from depression that began early in her pregnancy. Our discussions have made it obvious that these episodes stem from the grief of losing her partner, Dawn, who died about 6 months ago. Who does not use caps when writing things? There are also several unresolved issues with her father. After being kept under careful observation, we provided standard treatment for this disorder, including electroconvulsion therapy. The patient responded and made a rapid recovery. Yeah. Nice job, Phone. Weekly follow-up with local physician. Mood stabilizers. Lorraine has a newborn son, Callum, who was placed in foster care shortly after birth. Judgment shows that Lorraine is fit to have her son return to her as long as she follows recommended aftercare routine and continues with her medication. We have faith that she will be an effective caregiver. She has housing, and our employer, Susie, has said she's welcome to return back to work. Norma Creed has offered care for Callum while Lorraine works. With a support network in mind, we feel confident releasing Lorraine from this institution. The prescription for Zolift that can be filled at Flex Pharmacy in Kingsmouth. Advised to start with a 15 milligram dose, then based on advice of her doctor to increase as needed. Ooh. I will get to your question, E, in a bit. Notice. Our inquiry into the estate of Donald Williams has been completed. We regret to inform you that the primary beneficiaries of the estate, including the life insurance settlement for accidental death, were listed as Rose Williams and Richard Williams of New York State, the deceased parents. Our agency made contact with Mr. and Mrs. Williams and explained your situation, especially as regards to the birth of Donald's son, Callum. Unfortunately, they were not receptive to our overtures, and they specified that without any legal proof of biological relationship, they consider you ineligible to receive any of the monies from Donald's estate. Ugh. They have asked that we no longer contact them regarding the matter. Understand that this may have a negative impact on your current financial situation. I hope I am not being too forward when I enclose the bill for our services with this letter. That sucks. We couldn't get you any money, so here's a bill asking for money. You rattled.
Show yourself.
I can't make out what he's saying. boy. Okay, so here we go. Examine. Pharmacy, take 2. It's up to 100 milligrams. Nightmare Circus. The park, it was a waiting on a child for take and use and joy as baitin' while their mother's mind is breaking. And analgesia win. It's really hard to read this when the camera's shaking. Lorraine, things aren't right between us at the moment. I know I want to try and explain it. I think it's because I am so far from home and I am working so hard. Every day working at the park, it gets worse. Like a spring inside my mind, winding tighter and tighter and tighter. When we go for drinks after work, it gets a little better. The guys relax and we laugh and we're good people again. I don't want to come home to you without being in my right mind. But when this job is done, we need to get out of this place. We need to go back to the city, where I don't feel like this anymore. I love you, Donald. P.S. I was thinking about names for boys and girls. I like Callum for a boy and Emma if it's a girl. Yes, Emma would be a great name. Hunger. In the spring of 1933 in Soviet Ukraine, the entire population found themselves without food. Over the course of the coming months, the situation grew critical and reports of mass malnutrition began to filter into upper echelons of government. The people had been left with very little to bite or sup. It was to become one of the greatest tragedies of mass starvation that the world had ever seen. Now our panel of Soviet experts have uncovered compelling evidence that the families were forced to resort to cannibalism in order to survive that terrible winter. In this never-before-seen expose, read about how the starving parents cooked and ate their children in order to survive. Whew. I'll come back. Also, are you hearing that signal? Nice. Yeah, it's the buzzing. Wilting. With this novel, Lorraine cements her place as one of the most important science fiction writers of a generation. Solar flares struck the Earth. Millions of people are uprooted from their homes. A young meteorologist searches desperately for a way to stop global overheating, and an exotic dancer named Lorraine is the key to saving the world. Again. A. Her. See her. No idea. I love you. Bees, stop humming. Zoloft prescription. Take pills, follow up with Dr. Spencer, organize babysitter for Callum. Did you fix the sink? I think that's still water. Oh no. I didn't run away, Dad took me. Thank you, William, for the new watch. It is very nice. It has made me a happy carrot. I think Callum wrote that. It's the same.
Give it to me!
keep trying to use shift to do things. It's really not helping. A chipmunk goes stab, stab, stabbing in the eyes of jab, jab, jabbing, and all the townies gab, gab, gabbing. Just lie down and let it happen. Basal ganglia win. Okay. Dr. Seuss it is not. Excuse me. A long time ago, in a forest in the woods, there lived a woodcutter, his wife, and 2 children, a boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and little to bite or sup. I knew that was familiar. This story has been doctored to hide the truth from the unsuspecting public. Now our panel of fairy tale experts have uncovered compelling evidence that Hansel and Gretel were in fact eaten alive. In this never-before-seen expose, read about how their parents expertly tried to cover it up by telling stories about a witch and a house made of candy. Lorraine. This looks pretty much the same. Why does Callum's hat have blood on it? Her lie. I think it's going to say see her lie, see her cry, see her try, bye bye, her why, cry. Cheery. Milk, Zoloft, cheese, Zolift, bread, Zolift, butter, Zolift, corn, Zolift, potatoes, Zolift, apples, Zolift, fish sticks. Remember, more pills, tickets to the park. Listen, you could seriously fix that. Also, it's going onto the floor. I keep forgetting to check the fridge. Who wants to see what it looks like now? Wine. Lots of wine. And a picture of a car on fire. That's just lovely. Bloodstains. Very good. More bloodstains. Read letter. Smudged. Cigarettes. Did I miss this book before? The door over there is still already open. That's just slightly creepy. Callum drew a boogeyman. Nice job, Callum. Yes, so much tomato sauce and cherry juice. We gotta be nearing the end. Oh, yep, this looks like a pretty definitive iteration. Oh boy. Boogeyman goes a walk, walk, walking, sneaking, stealing, a stalk, stalk, stalking. Is he really a talk, talk, talking? Now is not the time for balking. Cerebral cortex win. Cerebral cortex is not winning right now. The woodcutter is dead. The witch always wins. The woodcutter is dead. The witch always wins. Examine her and Dawn. Oh, Dawn and Laura. Sun will struck the earth. Millions of cattle are uprooted from their homes. A young shadow searches desperately for a way to stop global domination. An exotic dancer. Listen, Lorraine is the key to saving the world again. Sun, will, cattle, shadow, domination. Listen, and that's... Answer us, Lorraine. Lorraine, we are watching. Can't you hear us, Lorraine? Interesting. The book is trying to communicate with me. Say bye-bye. See her try. Ache her lie. There might be one more iteration that has us completely fixed, but... Oh, okay. I thought maybe something had happened to my... There's a baby doll head now. You are alone, nobody loves you. Callum is no longer who he once was. Oh, everything's on fire. Sink is still broken. Baby is in the oven. Well, first of all, nice. Oh shit. No.
Show yourself.
Okay.
Stop!
Oh boy. Must you? Tease. You got the right idea, doll. Read letter. As we agreed in our meeting today, we consider you to be batshit fucking insane. Let's be clear, you are in no way sound of mind and body, and you are a danger to everyone around you. Please note that your only escape from this should be drugs. A shitload of them. Smoking, snorting, oral, intravenous. Take them any way you can and as often as you can. That shit can only make your life better. In any case there was any doubt, you are suffering a relapse, and no one really cares. No one can help you. Don't fuck this up. Dr. Spock. Pedro, it might be the ice pick from Chad. I don't know. Nice. Scribbles. Eerie noises. Severe desire to get the heck out of here. Okay, slightly more normal. Lorraine, I need you to focus on what we are discussing. The Chipmunk Killer, Steve Gardner. He was locked away for what he did to those kids. Nathaniel Winter hasn't been seen in years, but he's nowhere near Atlantic Island Park. We've established this. You know this. So that makes me think that Lorraine, in her mental break, thinks that they are back there. Maybe she's seeing the haunting spirits that, you know, were left behind. Or maybe she's just insane. I prefer to go with the latter more. That's blood running down the walls. Cheerful. Like, we are talking. Can you hear us, Lorraine? The killing. A son will be devoured. All the cattle shall be enslaved. The shadow lies on your future, our domination. If you listen, Lorraine, you are the key to damning the world. We are irrepressible. You can only join us, Lorraine. Lorraine, we are one. Ask her why. See her cry. See him die. See her lie. See her try. Say bye-bye. Okay. You know, hanging people are not much better than babies. No, she wasn't one of those kids, Pedro. Don, Dad, cannot him. So not Callum. That's really cheerful. Oh, lovely. I'm sorry, Bear. Also, a baby doll. Can I get out now? This is so cheerful, you guys. You will watch me rot. Nice. Scribbles. Yeah, aggressive buzzing is aggressive. Why do I keep trying these? Hey! We're somewhere new, guys.
Stories are told again and again, and from their shape we build our understanding of the world. Two children are led into the woods. They are lost for a time, but then are captured by an old witch. The child goes missing in Atlantic Island Park. He wanders lost for a time before finding his way into the mouth of an old witch. In the oldest version of this story, the mother and the witch were the same person. I never wanted to be the witch, but I am, aren't I?
Where is my boy?
Oh boy. I mean, yay, we're out of that psychotic break spiral, but... Kids broke in today. It's been so long since I heard laughter, so very long. I took one of them. I couldn't help myself. It was fast. The others didn't notice. I liked hearing him laugh. This boy was from the academy. I put him on a slab. I tickled him till he couldn't breathe. My machines came to life, whirring in time to his gasps and shrieks. I think this is delightful. The change wrought me by the machines is not yet complete. There must be other children I can lay on my slab. Remember, kids, don't get near slabs. Time to fight a bee mom. Nice, Pedro. Seems like a nice place to chill. Eyes Without Sparkle. QBL Publishing. Only the best books, right? Hansel and Gretel. I've never heard of a book on a table being a secret entrance key. That looks really safe, guys. Looks so totally safe.
Callum? 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 Callum?
Oh boy. Hi, Chad. Hi, Ice Pick. Hi, Boogeyman. Rip. Nice job, Lorraine. Nice job. This is why we can't have nice things.
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time.
Hi, B.
Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Lorraine. So that's the park, you guys. From there, gosh, if I remember correctly, she gets infected with the bee, which is why it's a Secret World tie-in for the Halloween event. Is she gets recruited by the Council of Venice for a while, and then ends up becoming the first bee to rid herself of the bee, so that she can die. So, fun times. We're gonna let the credits roll for a hot sec. Yeah, so, yeah, Lorraine, kind of hard to tell how much she's insane and how much it's the park itself, working against her. But that's a thing. Oh, poor Callum.